Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Outwardyappr. Thanks for joining me again. Before I get into today's video, I'd like to thank you guys for the love and support you have given me on my last two videos. The first one is the unboxing of the PlayStation 5 Pro, which I'm currently playing right now, and I'm enjoying the experience so far. And secondly was the tech review I did on Silent Hill 2, the remake. But today is another special video. We're just going to continue doing these videos regarding the PlayStation 5 Pro in terms of seeing how it performs with the different games. And this one we're going to jump into is Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered version. So with that being said, let's get into it.
What's that now? Don't like the cold? Can't stay in today. We have a ritual to perform, you and I. Here. Wear this. It belonged to my daughter. Good. Today, I speak your name, girl. But will the goddess speak it back? Normally, it would be the mother who declares, if you had one. The whole village would attend, and matriarchs perform the ritual, but we are outcasts. Even so, we keep the tribe's rituals. Otherwise, we might become like the faithless old ones, who turned their backs on the goddess. But their wickedness doomed them. To us, were left the splendors of creation, beasts of air, water, earth, and steel. It is one thing to hunt a beast, another to hunt a machine. You must be humble and respect their power. I will teach you this one day. What is she doing here? Does she mean to forbid the ritual?
No, off your knees. It's nearly time. And yes, you may speak to me.
You came to bless the naming.
Have not 6 months gone by since we entrusted her to you?
But we are outcasts.
You by choice, and she, well... I am a high matriarch, Rost. I bless whom I choose.
Then you honor us.
Yes, now go, and be ready to declare. Go! Father, this child needs a name by which to know her. That your love may warm her life as the rising sun warms all the earth. Speak her name! And so her name is blessed.
Stop this at once! What have you done?
I've blessed the naming of a child.
Stubborn woman, you call that curse a child? What did she tell you about his birth, outcast? Answer!
I've done only what you asked.
To raise it, yes. We said nothing of love.
Enough.
And you, blessing its name like it was one
I
of the
know
Nora,
my duty
one of
to
the
them.
tribe.
And to you. I'm here. And wherever you go, I will follow.
Hey guys, what a cutscene, what a opening, and I must say, looking at this remastered, my jaw just dropped in terms of the graphics, in terms of the facial animations, in terms of the resources they put into this game for the remastered. I can't wait to actually jump in the game and see how it actually plays out. Now, in terms of this game, I have played it on the PlayStation 4. Well, actually, I also played it on the PlayStation 5. Horizon Zero Dawn, the collection, the complete edition. But now, as part of the video today here, we're currently running. The whole cutscene did run at 60 Hertz. There was no drop in frames in the cutscene. So what we're gonna do for the sake of this game here, before we jump into it, we're just gonna go into the visual aspect. Now you could see I'm using the PlayStation 5 Pro, so it already has a favor resolution pro, and basically it's gonna favor high fidelity at a lower frame rate. So we're just gonna do that. So we got the favor performance pro. So this one is going to favor higher frame rate at a lower fidelity, and the final one is the balance pro. So for the sake of the video, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the resolution pro. So we're going to go with the higher fidelity, and we're going to see how that would impact on the frames, on the gameplay. So with that being said, let's jump into the game right now. So let me just back out, and we're just gonna do, now you have the option of importing your save, but from what I understand, this game here, even if you're to platinum this game on the PlayStation 4 version, even if you import it, you're not gonna get an automatic upgrade to the trophies. So it's best just to start a fresh game again, and from what I've seen in the opening cutscenes, it certainly makes sense to do that. So let me just jump into a new game right now. So we're just gonna do it on normal. Look at the beauty of this. My god, the rendering, you know, it is insane. Wow. And you're playing on a pro, and I'm already impressed with what I'm seeing here. And it's running at 60 Hertz, so there are no drop in frames. But mind you, this is just a cutscene.
You're quite the gatherer, aren't you, little bast? Now go and see if you can find some more.
Yeah, Alois has grown. They have done a wonderful job in actually doing an animation. Fantastic. The hair, the facial animation,
Well done.
loving it.
Good boy. Children, come with me. She's an outcast, to be shunned. There. Oh, Come on.
Okay, so now they're just mentioning here new graphic modes available. So I'm just gonna be using the Pro resolution mode. So we're playing at the high fidelity. We're sacrificing the frame rate. So we're gonna get a lower frame rate. And so far we're still at 60 hertz. Even if I move Aloy, go around, just walk around, turn it around really quickly, there is no adjustment to the frames. We're holding a good 60 hertz, so 60 frames. So we're looking at 4K 60 right here. So that is fantastic. So even just running, like, there is no interruption in the frames. There's no drop in the frames. It's pretty solid. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go into the graphic mode here, and I'm gonna change, instead of Favor Resolution Pro, we're gonna do Favor Performance Pro, and we're gonna see what type of frame rates we'll be getting here on this game here. So let's do this now. This is very interesting. So if you have a display like I do that supports VRR, variable refresh rate, at 120 hertz, so it's a little bit different. The Favor resolution mode gives you a solid 4K at 60 hertz. Now I'm going with Favor Performance Pro, and what we're getting here, we're getting some variable frame rates now. So we're going anywhere from 60 hertz by just moving Aloy around. If I was go into the water here, a little bit more resistance, it goes down to as low as 58 frames or 58 hertz. And if I'm running here, it drops down to at least 57 hertz. So we're seeing that the game wants to hold the frame rate. It's trying to hold it at least at 60 hertz, but we're getting some interruption here. So let's move on here. Let's move on with the story.
Said never go in places like this.
Right, so even now, like, we're getting frames as high as 67 hertz, right? So, and mind you, I'm in a cave. There is no NPCs around or anything like that. So when we get into the open world, the bats passing here, it dropped down to as low as 57 hertz. Now it's back up to about 64 hertz. So it's pretty stable so far. I believe they're looking to achieve at least 120 hertz with this game. Okay, so
there's something shiny there.
So let's grab this here, strange device. We went up to 72 hertz a while ago, up to 72. So she just grabbed the focus. Even looking at this cutscene, it's kind of dropping a frame or two, like between 60. It went as high as 70 hertz, and it's kind of holding at 61, 62 frames so far, right? So but again, I mean, when you have a game pushing this type of graphics, I mean, and giving you, at least in performance mode, averaging, let's say, 60 frames. I think that's pretty decent for this type of game, with all what's involved in it, you know. So okay, so let's tap the focus, so it'll take us to our next waypoint. Okay, so we gotta go through the door.
A metal door.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is,
I found can help.
okay, so let's scan this here. Okay, so if I put the scanner on, it drops the frames down to about 59, and with it off here, it goes as low as 60, 61, and even if I'm running around here, going to the next waypoint, it's I would say on average it's holding about 63 frames per second on average. It wants to go up to about 70 frames, but it drops down to about 62 frames here. So let me just switch out quickly here a second, and I want to try the other visual mode. So we're in favor performance mode. Let's just go ahead and try Balance Pro. So this mode here, it's basically balances between performance and fidelity, available if supported by your display's refresh rate. So you need to have VRR here. Now this mode, this balance mode here, it's holding 120 hertz. Imagine this, 120 hertz.
It changed color.
Now I'm running around, guys. I wish y'all could see this here. So I'm running around, right, jumping, and it's holding 120 frames. This is crazy. So we opened the lock. This was a lock for the door, so we just gotta go back to where we came from here, right here. This
The door changed color too.
this here would be the recommended mode to play, because it looks like the performance mode, from my experience here, it's giving you an average of about 60, 61, 62 frames.
Director Evans, flash traffic from USRC. Black quartz encryption. I've routed the message to your hologrid for viewing.
It gives you about 62, 63 frames, or 62, 63 hertz. It wants to go up to 72, and if you look at Pro Resolution mode, that is holding a solid 60 frames at 4K. This Balance Pro mode is the best. Is the best to work with. So let's just scan. Okay.
I think I want it this way. It's the best I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Show me. Show me again.
I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Happy birthday, Isaac.
So that was Aloy's first experience with the focus and seeing the hologram. This guy Isaac, he's no longer, he has passed, but this was his memory, so she uncovered that. So I'm gonna leave it on performance mode until we get outside, because I want to see how it reacts when we get in the open world. We're still underground, but this thing is holding a solid 120 hertz. This is amazing.
Why did they die here? What happened to them?
But also I want to kind of see if we get into any confrontations with any enemy,
Found me.
how it would react, right? So Okay.
Oh, Mother be praised. Come, girl. Take my hand. You don't belong down there. Come. Such places are forbidden, Aloy.
I fell in.
They are of the metal world. What is that on your face?
Nothing.
Did you find it down there?
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Aloy, such things are dangerous.
No!
Well, if you're gonna go sneaking away from home, you'll need to know how to survive in the wild. Come, Aloy. Home now. But starting tomorrow, you will learn to hunt.
So we're back in the open world. We came from underground here, and I'm still in the Balance Pro mode, and we're the cutscenes are rendering at 120 hertz. That is amazing, and the quality, again, I cannot stress on the quality that's coming from this game. It's pretty amazing. Look at this. This is incredible. Especially for a remake. This is like,
Take your bow.
it's so much different from the remasters I have played before.
Valley now.
That is,
Follow.
it's really a pleasure to play this game, and even if you have to play it again from the beginning, it's so worth doing that. Okay, so it looks like we finished the first quest here. I mean, the beginning of the game has a lot of cutscenes, so
Stay close and do as I say.
I know.
Now, you're still scratched up from that fall you took yesterday. So let's start there. Take this medicine pouch. I'll show you how to fill it. See this plant over here? It's called salve brush. Come, gather its berries in your pouch.
okay, so what I'm gonna do before I go over to the next objective here, I'm gonna go back in the settings, and since I'm in the open world right now, I'm in the Balance Pro mode, which, guys, this is the best place to play it if your TV supports up to 120 hertz. So I just want to go back into the performance, the Favor Performance Pro mode, because I'm kind of curious to see how this would impact in the open
Gather
world.
berries.
Now, I'm just going to run around a bit, you know, just for a second here.
Gather the
And
berries.
what we're seeing here in terms of the frames, we're seeing it dropping as low as 58 frames to a high of 72 frames. So if I go and interact with the Ridgewood, it goes down to 57 frames. Alright, so let's go ahead and gather the berries here. Okay,
Good.
so
Now eat the berries.
okay,
They may
so
taste bitter, but they can save your life. Always keep your pouch full of medicinal berries, flowers, and plants.
Where are we?
This valley is just a part of All Mother's embrace.
Embrace.
The Nor tribe watches these lands and keeps out the most dangerous machines. Usually.
So I want to play the story, but it's important to have movement when you're doing these frame tests, to go in different areas and see how it reacts.
Further downriver,
So
a herd of machines, and I will teach you how to hunt.
this is supposed to
Are they
be
dangerous?
performance
All
mode,
machines are dangerous, Aloy.
but
Power must be respected. But I will be beside you.
I don't know exactly what they want to achieve here. I don't know if they want to achieve
A
up.
machine's coming. Crouch and follow me into the tall grass.
I don't know if they want to achieve a higher frame rate of 120 hertz.
Stay low.
Little one.
No, Aloy. Such machines are called watchers. You must learn to avoid their gaze. If you are to survive in the wilds, I will show you. Listen close and do as I do. Stay still. Wait for it to pass.
Okay, so now while the machine is passing, it dropped to about 57 hertz. But the thing is,
Trail to that tall grass.
even though we're in the pro performance mode, even though we're seeing these frame drops, you're not noticing this on the screen or in the gameplay. No tearing, no nothing like this, man. It's amazing. Again, this is great, and I mean, it's nice to have these options
Back this way.
to play.
The slower you move, the quieter you'll be. And crouched walking is
Yeah.
quieter than upright.
Okay, I know this is a long tutorial mission here, but
Wait for it.
yeah. So we gotta get past the watches here, and so far in the pro performance mode, we're holding at least 60 frames or 60 hertz on average. Even when the watcher passed us,
Let's move on.
I'm not noticing any significant changes in the frame rate. Okay, so I just want to see how it actually
See
does.
or hear you. Now stay close. That herd should be just ahead.
Okay, so I'm just moving around to see how it reacts to the frame rate. And again, guys, I'm in the pro performance mode. Okay, so
Who's that?
Ignore him.
But why is he up there? He's smiling at us.
Ted! Get back where you belong! Ted! Where are you?
Ignore him. We are outcasts and he is of the tribe.
Maybe he doesn't like the tribe.
And he is a fool. Come now. Let's find that herd.
okay, so now we're just gonna follow Rost here. So what I'm gonna do here is finally I'm gonna switch it over to the other mode here. We're gonna go back to visual and we're gonna switch it over to favor resolution pro. So this mode here, it favors resolution over frame rate. So this one here, it's fixed. It's supposed to be 4K 60, and no matter what I do,
These are called striders.
no matter how I roll,
Ha! Get
no matter what, even gathering resources, it still holds a solid 60 hertz.
They detect you and run away.
You see, so
They're best approached by stealth.
but my opinion here
With them further down the valley. You'll see.
is if you're playing on the PlayStation 5
I
Pro,
want you to find some rocks that fit the cup of your hand.
Why?
Do as I say, Aloy, and gather the rocks. I will show you how to use them.
okay, so we need to gather some rocks. Like I was saying, if you're playing on the PlayStation 5 Pro,
Those will do. Follow.
my best suggestion here, or best recommendation, I would say, is to play it on the Pro balance mode. If your display could support it, you will get 120 hertz, no interruption, no drop in the frame rate. So it takes a piece of the performance and a piece of the fidelity, and it balances it into a nice smooth gameplay.
Stop wasting time.
Okay, so let's do this here.
All right. It's time to throw some rocks.
But rocks can't hurt machines, right?
No, but they can distract them. Draw them into traps. Like that watcher over there. They must be dealt with, or it will warn the herd and send them running before we get in range.
Warn them. How?
The machines speak to each other, Aloy, unless they are first silenced. Now you stay here on the ridge. On my signal, throw rocks and draw the watcher over to me. Wait for my signal.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, so we're in the fidelity mode. So before I do my next objective, I want to switch quickly back to the performance mode. I want to see in this particular scene, there's going to be a bit of combat. I want to see what the frames would be like. So, okay, so let's do this.
Throw a rock near me.
So let's throw a rock. So we gotta throw a rock. So let's do this.
There. Come, girl, it's safe now.
Okay. Well, it dropped to as low, just coming down the cliff here, it dropped to as low as 58 hertz. Okay.
Harvest a kill so I can teach you how to make arrows.
Okay, so we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna play this a little bit longer here.
Good.
Before we end this video.
Gather stalks of ridgewood from the plants over there.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so let's gather some ridgewood.
Use the stalks as arrow shafts and metal shards for arrowheads.
So let's craft some arrows.
Good. You'll never run out of arrows if you know how to craft what you need.
So let me
Put
just
those arrows to use. Follow.
look at this. I have to comment, man. Look at the god rays. Look at this. I mean, this is incredible, man. Yeah, bravo to the team. They have done a good job in doing this game here. Bravo.
Aloy,
Okay.
I heard you. Don't be so noisy this time. Let's put those arrows to use. Follow.
Okay, so let's follow Royst. Okay, so let's go in stealth mode. I want to see. I'm in performance mode now. I want to see when I shoot the arrow how.
It's time to make your first
Okay,
kill.
I want to see how it will affect the frames here.
One of the weaker machines, but even a weak machine can kill a hunter if she's careless. You must study it. Its hide is thick, but there are spots where it is vulnerable, like its eye. Can you guess another?
Okay, so let's scan.
The canister on its back. Is that a weakness?
Yes. How did you... Again!
So even shooting the arrow,
Keep firing!
I'm shooting the arrow, we're still getting an average of 60 hertz in performance mode. So I'm kind of curious to see
Well today.
what their objective was in terms
Train
of
again.
the frame rate.
What was that?
That boy! The one running the brave trails.
Follow Aloy. Quick!
Okay, so let's sprint. Let's see. Okay, so let's follow. So just doing a quick sprint here in the pro performance mode. We're getting frame rates as low as 58 right now. But like I said, I mean, there is no cuts, there is no screen tearing. Everything looks pretty good, pretty sharp. It's holding the frame pretty good. Okay, so we're still doing an average of 60 hertz here. Okay, so okay. So now we're gonna get into some serious combat here. We have to rescue this guy. He's in trouble.
I can do nothing. It's only a matter of time before the machines find that boy and kick him to death. But if I shoot, it'll cause a stampede and it will trample him.
But I can see the paths they take.
Stop telling stories.
I'm not. I can sneak through.
You will not.
That's right.
Aloy!
Okay, so with a lot of NPCs on the screen, like the different enemies in performance mode, how it will actually affect in terms of the frame rates here. So okay, so we just have to scan and move around, highlight the track, so we could see with all what's going on the screen. It dropped down to about 58 hertz or 58 frames here.
I need to do this slowly and quiet.
Okay, so we need to get to the guy over there, right? So we could see his path. Okay.
Can't let them see me.
So we're gonna scan here. Okay, so these are level, I mean, these things will kill you. Okay, so okay, so this is his track. So we're just gonna get across. Quickly. And the frames are holding up in the performance mode. They're holding up pretty good. I know if I was to switch this over to the Balance Pro mode. Let me just switch this over here. 120 hertz with all what's going on the screen, all the different NPCs on the screen here, all what's happening, it's still holding a solid frame rate. Okay, so this one walks across, so that's going to be a little bit tricky because we got to get to the back there. So let it do its thing.
Their paths. Almost there.
Okay, so that's his path. Man, I just can't stop commenting on this, man. You know, so we're just gonna get across. He should be right there. Okay.
There he is.
Okay, we got him. Let's talk to Teb. Okay.
Hey. What? How is this? Shh. Follow me.
Okay, guys. We've been playing for at least 40 minutes so far. I have tested different modes in the game. So I have tested the Performance Pro mode, and that I'm getting an average of about 60, 61, 62 frames a second. It would spike to as high as 72, but I think the developer probably used that performance mode. If you have the display that has VRR up to 120 hertz, I think that will be the object of this mode here. I have tried Pro Resolution mode. That's a solid 60 hertz 4K. So if you don't have the display that could support 120 hertz, then the Pro Resolution mode would be the best. But my recommendation, seeing the graphic capability of this game, how incredible this looks, my recommendation would be the Balance Pro mode, because it takes a bit of the fidelity, it takes a bit of performance. That's the mode I'm playing right now. If I'm going to settings here under visual, and you could see right now it's at 120 hertz. If you look at it here, it says a difference between performance and fidelity available if supported by your display refresh rate. So guys, thanks for joining me. I know it was a little bit longer than anticipated, but it was the opening of this game. We didn't really have much combat, but it was good enough to test the different environments of how these modes run. Again guys, if you enjoy this type of content, leave a comment, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.